Da 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 da. Do you ever feel the need that you need to fight for something? And I hope you do, because fight for what you believe in, what you stand for, what you die for, I think is a really important character trait. I will fight for you because I love you, I care about you. But do we ever want to beat somebody up? Do we ever want to hurt somebody, physically or mentally? And I hope the answer is no. But it's interesting that we live in a world now where there seems to be a lot of beating up going on, a lot of negative words, nasty talk, horrible social media posts, people saying nasty things about other people. And I wonder why. Because if people are saying nasty things about you, criticising you, gossiping about you, trying to hurt you with words, would you like that? And the reason I know that's a ridiculous question is people share with me every day. People are nasty to me on social media. People say horrible things about me. I'm scared to put myself out there because people will be mean to me. We don't want people to say horrible things about us. So my very controversial question is, do you ever say nasty things about other people? Are you ever negative about other people? And one of the things that I love about the differences between men and women, and because I've lived on the planet a long time, because I'm an old lady, I've probably got the right to say this. I've been sitting around a lot of boardrooms where it's been men only, and I've been the only woman. And men will have an argument, a nasty argument, and they'll say horrible things to each other, but not about each other, about the job or the work or the mission. And then at the break or at the end of the day, they'll have a cup of coffee together or a beer together or dinner together. And it was just an unemotional, logical conversation about that particular job, the work, the mission. But it wasn't a nasty thing about each other. You'll often see that in sport. Men will fight each other on the field. They'll literally have a punch-up on the field, or they'll fight each other in a ring or in a cage, and then they congratulate each other at the end to say, well done, mate, I'm really respectful of your skill or your talent. What I haven't found is very much of that in women. It seems to be that if you say something nasty about a woman or two women have a fight, they either never talk to each other ever again, or there's an ongoing bitter and twisted, horrible relationship that goes on, because women seem to hang on to horrible stuff. And I'm sharing that because obviously if you've got nastiness inside your brain, inside your body, and get all bitter and twisted about what somebody said about you or an ugly relationship you've got with somebody, that causes stress. And one of the biggest killers in the world, of course, is stress. And depending on which endocrinologist you talk to, a lot of them will share that a lot of cancer is caused by stress inside the body, because stress puts stress on the immune system, which means you can't fight germs, bugs, viruses, diseases, cancers, so you end up getting sick. The reason I'm sharing that is I'm really sick of, and I don't use that word very often, but I'm sick of nastiness. And it's really interesting because I often hear people say to me in one sentence almost, I hate it that people are nasty to me. And then they'll say something horrible about somebody else. So one of the things I'm really aiming to do, and I hope that you do the same, is I aim to shut down nastiness. And one of the things that most people, when they know me, they would never gossip to me, they would never criticise other people to me, because I've got I literally put my hands up and I say, if you're prepared to gossip to me or say negative things to me about somebody else, that means you're prepared to gossip about me or say negative things about me to somebody else. So you best stop. That makes you a gossip or a negative person. So I'll just put that in a very short sentence that I use quite regularly. If you gossip to me, that means you gossip about me, that makes you a gossip. Stop it. If you say negative things to me, that means you'll say negative things about me, so stop it. And again, as an old lady, I think I've got the right to say that, because I live in a world now where I just want kindness, and I don't care if you don't like somebody, and there's plenty of people in the world that I don't like, and I can have those thoughts inside my head and say that that person was disrespectful, or they said horrible things about somebody, or they're evidently not a nice person because they're a thief or a cheat or they lie, or they're just not a nice person. But for me to then go and share that information with other people, I think is disrespectful, not just to the other people, because I wouldn't be adding value to their life. It's not respectful to the person that I don't like, because there might be a reason that they're doing the stuff that they do and I don't know that reason. But it's also very disrespectful to myself, because I'm putting negative stuff into my head. So before you feel hurt or upset or annoyed or frustrated about somebody saying horrible things about you, and you only have to open up social media. It doesn't matter if you do anything on social media, if you post anything, there's always going to be somebody that doesn't like you. And I always have a giggle about it because I'm on every platform, because my message every day is about being healthy, fit and strong, inspiring other people to be healthy, fit and strong, having a career or business that you love, being financially free, and how to have great relationships, how to have great people in your life, how to have a great relationship with yourself. That's my message. That's the positive message that I put out on every platform. And every day there's some nasty, horrible thing that somebody says, whether it's I don't like your hair, I don't like your clothes, I don't like the background, I don't like, and there's always something. And I always ask myself this question because I'm a tough person, and it takes a real lot to hurt my feelings. And, 20 years ago, maybe that would have hurt any of those comments would have hurt my feelings, but not anymore. I just feel sorry for the person making the comments because they're not adding any value to anybody else's life. They're certainly not adding value to mine, except they make me appreciate my life more. So I could probably say, yes, they are adding value. But if you're the kind of person that trolls social media and puts nasty messages on people's platforms, I just wonder what kind of person you are and what kind of life you're living. And my gorgeous husband K-Man often says this because we talk about karma. If you say something nasty about somebody else, what's the karma for that? But K-Man puts it beautifully. If you are the person who says nasty things about somebody, you're already living your karma because it means you've got nasty stuff inside your head. To follow that up, I'm going to ask a very controversial question. In the world today, we have a lot of people that are criticised, whether they're politicians or they're elite athletes or they're business people or celebrities or musicians. People seem to think it's okay to say nasty things about people that are out in public. And if you put yourself out into the public, you probably have to accept the fact that people are going to say nasty things about you because humans say nasty things, and some of them are going to watch your football game or listen to your music or watch you dance or criticise how you do business. But if you don't know the person, and this is what I always say to people, somebody will say to me, oh, I hate that politician, or I hate that sports person, or I hate that musician. And I always ask, do you know them? Have you met them? I just had an experience recently where somebody shared information with me about another person, and I said, where did you get that information about that person? And the answer was, I read it on social media. Okay. Is it possible that everything you read on social media might not be true? So one of the things I'm always very conscious of is if I'm going to have an opinion about somebody, and I don't have the right to have an opinion about anybody because people can live their life however they want to, but I always ask this question, have I heard that information come out of that person's mouth? Not Chinese whispers. And as we know, that fun party game, you can have 5 people, 10 people, 50 people. One person makes a comment, whispers it to the person next to them, and by the time it gets to even 5 people, the message has changed. So if you're against a politician's policies, and you're really going to make a comment about, I don't like that politician because of their policies, do you actually know what their policies are because you heard it come out of the politician's mouth? If you don't like something that a famous person said, did you actually hear that person say it, or did somebody else tell you that they said it? And again, because I'm an old lady, I've been caught out too many times from people saying to me, did you know that? And because I believed that person or I trusted that person, I repeated that information to somebody else, and it wasn't true. It was just their opinion, or they got it from somebody else. And the reason I'm sharing this so passionately is I think it's really sad that so many people get hurt by comments and gossip and negative talk. But is it possible that, well, better question, do you want to be the person that produces more of that negative talk? If you don't like people saying nasty things about you or gossiping about you or criticising about you or criticising you, are you the person that never does that? Are you the person that says, stop, don't gossip to me because that makes you a gossip. Don't say negative things to me because that makes you a negative person. Are you the person that shuts it down, or are you the person that passes it on? Now, I hope you're the person that shuts it down. And I say that specifically for our kids because, well, one of the things now, K-Man and I don't have any children, but we have a martial arts school with lots and lots of children now coming to the martial arts school. And so many of those kids are coming to martial arts because they're bullied at school. Kids say nasty things about them. Even though they don't really know the person, they are saying nasty, horrible things at a young age. So we're teaching our students at the martial arts school how to handle people saying nasty things to them. But I wish we didn't have to do that. I wish that, and I'll rephrase, do the kids in your world, if you have children, future adults in your world, are we living the example of if somebody gossips to us, we shut it down? If somebody says something negative, we shut it down? Or, as one beautiful child shared with me yesterday, I caught up with them in the supermarket, and they embarrassingly shared with me about their parents that, yeah, when mum and dad watch television, they criticise everybody. They criticise the politicians and the musicians and the sports people, and they just say nasty things about everybody on television. I don't want our kids to hear that stuff, because then it becomes a normal part of their life, and then they become gossips and negative talk people too, and then they get upset when people say negative things about them. Wouldn't it be nice if we lived in a world where people were just respectful? I don't care if you don't like somebody, but is it respectful to say nasty things about somebody? And of course the answer is no. But ultimately the respect comes from what it does to you. Would it be disrespectful to yourself to say nasty things about other people? Because what does it say about you if you are nasty? What does it say about you if you gossip? What does it say about you if you pull people down? May we always add value to the world, not detract value. May we always be able to say, super duper doo, how are you? I'm living my life to the max because I'm a really nice person all of the time. I don't ever want to beat anybody up except with kindness and love and happiness and laughing. How about that? Woohoo!